What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in with news from the 킹스레이드 community, and as you can see on the screen already, today's main topic will be the bug with the additional skill from Techno Magic Gears, because the drama regarding this is ever growing and not seeing to cease anytime soon. But before we get to the juicy part, let's actually switch to something nicer and sweeter and perhaps better for everyone. And this is none other than our supposedly evil but still quite lovely Ghost Gabriel presenting you the coupon code for the CRaider promotion event, which was essentially a social network sharing event made by Vespa to promote both the game and the CRaiders. The code is lead speak basically for 킹스레이드 CRaider gift, or KRCRA1D 3R91FT, but for the sake of my good friend Hyus, who wouldn't be able to type this in otherwise, I'll also put it into the description of this video. I would like to say thank you to all of you who participated in this event, supporting not just Vespa and the game, but also us content creators. And with that out of the way, we can now head back to the juicy pits and see what more drama there is in the world of 킹스레이드. Now, to those of you who may not be familiar with the matter, this entire ordeal is about a bug that was found maybe recently, maybe not that recently. Supposedly some people have known about this for quite some time. But basically the Techno Magic Gears, a certain line of Techno Magic Gears, the one that gives +5 skill levels to all of your skills, had some unintended behaviors where it would raise the skills given or the bonuses given by unique gears, like unique weapons, unique treasures, and so on. And it seems that some people have been abusing this feature in scoring contents, and then there have been, of course, some accusations going around left and right, some people calling out others who have supposedly cheated, and the whole thing just spiraled out of hand, where one side is now blaming the other, and it has become pretty ugly if you have been reading the comments, to the point where people were harassing others in Discord, or going as far to do like literally death threats towards other people. And that's just yeah, that's pretty much out of control, I would say. And personally, I would really like to ask everyone to just take a seat back and calm down a little bit. Let Vespa do their thing, find out who has really done what, see if they can sort this whole thing out, and yeah, let's just not accuse anyone of anything, whether they have accused others or they have been the ones being accused. It's just not good to be in a toxic environment like that, because yeah, some of the comments I have seen were really hurtful. So yeah, so let's see how this actually works out. So the post is coming from PD Edge, and they are saying that for now they haven't been able to ban the bug abusers, because as they will share later on, there are it is a bit tough to find out who was actually abusing this kind of bug. That they do share the entire list of characters that were affected by this bug. From the initial Isaiah and what I heard Veronica, there were actually 25 characters that had this kind of problem, where this particular Techno Magic skill, this one, has been affecting them in ways that aren't intended. So this is the whole list, and they have pulled the data for all people in the game, and they have found that about 57,000 people own this kind of gear that have the skill for one of the above mentioned heroes. Now, considering I've never heard of this bug before, and I do not think anyone in my guild did either, so I would say that this wasn't widely known, at least not spread around. It's hard for me to believe that 57,000 people actually knew about this. I would say it's probably a few hundred at best, and keeping such a secret like among yourself is really hard. So yeah, Anyway, they do give a number breakdown, and it seems Taiwan server is the least affected, but they will be trying to pull and figure out who actually has been actively abusing this kind of behavior. Now, the problem with this whole thing is that because of the complexity of KingsRaid, it's really hard to tell when or why a certain piece of gear is giving you bonus damage. Like some work in different layers, some give flat stats, and it is entirely possible. Like this is something that I often do, is that, for instance, if I want to get better at World Boss 1, then I will go and stalk, so to say, someone who is very good at them. I will look at their heroes, look at what they are wearing, and it's entirely possible that if I go and look at, say, someone from the top 5 and find that they are using this TM gear when they are running, because I can find out when they do that, then I could just equip it without knowing whether they are abusing a bug there or not. Maybe it's just something I never heard about, but hey, they are doing the top damage, so I could just replicate what they are doing and do good damage too. And then I go to my guildies and tell them, hey, I have equipped this gear because I've seen it on that guy and now I'm doing more damage. You guys should try it too. So that makes a lot of people bug abusers without really knowing. Now, I'm not saying that all of the people are these, because let's be honest, this kind of bug is not really discovered on chance. I do not think that someone was just testing various gears and found like, yeah, I'm doing more damage when I equip this gear. Probably someone either data mined this out somewhere or came across it without some honest means, really. And that's where it originally spread from. But the problem is that it's really hard to tell who abused the bug knowingly and who did it just by chance or by copying someone who did without knowing that they are copying a bug. So yeah, Vespa has their job cut out for them, trying to figure out from this one who is really a bug abuser and what happens if it turns out that it's like some really big whale or like a top guild, like one of them have been accused. Also, I heard that for instance, one of the accused guilds was perfectly happy to have their runs investigated by Vespa, and they stand by their word. So I guess we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, it's really for Vespa to sort this out, and I again would urge people not to get overly toxic or overly frantic about this. And one hand, it's kind of nice that people are really passionate about the game and the competing in the game. But yeah, let's keep things civil and not try and take justice into our own hands, because yeah, that can turn ugly. And honestly, I even seen comments that were like, let's delete CRaiders because they are not good for the community and the game. And yeah, I can say that didn't feel good. So yeah, whatever. Moving on. So they do explain that they are trying to pull this kind of data, but it's rather hard and for various reasons. So they are planning to implement fixes both to the skill, which will be coming on the 20th of July. And I would actually kind of urge people to not use this gear until then. I didn't do it myself. I don't think I have a single piece of this, and even if I did, I wouldn't equip it or equip them. But yeah, I would say just don't do it for now, guys, because yeah, it's better even if you don't score that well for that 1 week. Now, they also say that they will be implementing systems that make it easier to pull these kind of numbers in the future. So should such an issue come up, then it will be easier for them to track down. So yeah, they do say that they understand that it takes a lot of effort and time to get victory on various contents, but because they cannot really dish out punishment reliably right now, as an apology, they will be sending out a lot of rewards. And oh boy, did this start a lot of shouting again in the community. Let's say shouting. So because the rewards will include the following contents: World Boss Raid, League of Honor, and League of Victory. And what they are sending out is the seasonal rank 1 rewards. So you get the server seasonal reward for World Boss. So this is a weekly thing for World Bosses. That's not too big. 14k crystallized power, powder. Power, or is it crystallized power? Okay, whatever. 3k rubies, more power, unique weapon fragments. So that's not too big. But then there is League of Honor, and boy, people have been upset about it. So they have decided to send out the champion rewards for the season, which means you get 120 insignia of honor and the champion box. So this is the weekly reward, but you also get the seasonal reward, which means you get 2 of the shining costumes, which will be for Urzi and Kibera. You get all the accessories, 1500 soulstone fragment tickets, 2k unique weapon fragments, 2k unique treasure fragments, and 7k insignia of honor, which is a lot. This basically means that you get the free shiny costumes for this season, and also you get 7k points, which is almost enough to buy the next 2 ones, which is Sarah and Shamila. So I'm personally quite happy about this. I never really made it a secret that I'm not a fan of PvP, and it's a bit of a molding for me to do this. I understand that on the one hand, some people who have been working at this really hard, and I do have personally friends who do 20 tickets a day in League of Honor and are really sweating blood and tears to climb their ranks, and then they could feel a bit cheated if for instance, they were in Challenger or they were getting the maximum rewards and then now everybody else gets it. But at the same time, their achievement doesn't become less by others getting the rewards too, I believe. So yeah, of course, this affects me personally in a positive way, so maybe that's why I'm also like not really seeing an issue with it. But I've seen others comment who are in the higher ranks and they said that they were also fine with it. I do see, however, where the people come from who also feel a bit cheated regarding this. I would say just shrug it off, consider it freebies for you too, especially if you weren't like a champion or challenger. Then still, as a royal master, for instance, this is an upgrade for you, and just because everyone else gets it, it's not a bad thing, I would say. And then of course the League of Victory seasonal rewards, which is 2.2k rubies, will also be distributed to everyone. So that's quite nice. There are some caveats here. That they are saying that the rewards will not be distributed at the end of the season, but during or after the patch, which is coming on the 20th. So yeah, this is a bit controversial because most of these characters aren't really PvP characters, or at least the stats involved aren't really PvP stats, like Uria and Shamila shield maybe, but okay, there are some things, but for the most part PvP characters actually build flat stats, and there is a lot of damage dealt to bosses, non-hero enemies. So it's a bit interesting that Vespa chose to include League of Honor and not, for instance, Guild Conquest, but yeah, it's their decision, and I don't really mind personally. So one other thing to note is that the achievements will not be, and the global server buff will not be sent out to based on this. So if you were, say, diamond rank, then you are not suddenly also getting the achievement of reaching challenger in League of Honor. That will remain the same. So yeah, lots of drama, lots of controversy. I'm glad that they are fixing the bug. They did say initially in when they came public with this issue that they had to check whether fixing the bug would come up with some unintended consequences. They seem to have sorted that out, and with the upcoming maintenance on next Tuesday, this should also be fixed now, and those who are using those kind of items will not be able to do so anymore. So yeah, as a final word, I would really like to ask everyone to just calm down a little bit and treat this as a game. Stop blaming Vespa, stop blaming other people, whether you feel cheated, whether you feel being accused. It really does not do any kind of good for the community and the game itself. I do hope that Vespa learns from this and they will be doing more through better testing. They will be better at that part. And yeah, maybe just people should stop looking for cheats in the game. I know that's like human nature. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this issue, guys. It's late. I think it's time for me to call it here. I wanted to share this with you along with the coupon code. And let me know your thoughts about the whole thing. I hope you get something good out of the coupon code. I hope you get to use these freebies for something good, make your progress better. And until the next video, this has been Cloudie. I'll see you there. Bye bye.